Guys, we almost did it today, man. We almost did it. Nvidia stock got within 30 cents of all-time highs, hitting $140.89. So we have to break down the charts, do a rundown on what I'm doing, and we'll break down this other company, this other stock, which, well, helped Nvidia hit almost all-time highs today. So guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and get up to 15 stocks for a moo. Get this, once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks and you get a $30 cash reward. And once you fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, that's a no-brainer. Take advantage of this deal while it lasts. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/moo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get right into it and talk about Nvidia and Taiwan Semiconductor. Thanks to them, well, Nvidia almost hit all-time highs today. We hit $140.89 at about 10 a.m. on the East Coast. So in the first 30 minutes of trading, we saw a big move, right? And a lot of the move came in the pre-market. You guys can see here we had a big gap up in the morning, up to $139. Then we actually hit over $140 just in the pre-market, and the selling kicked in mostly in the second half of the day, in the last 2 hours, especially heading into power hour, and that brought us down to $136.93 at close, which means, well, we ended up almost breaking even. We went up, let's see, about 0.8, 0.9%. Not as green as we were before, but still, we inked out a green day, which is a good sign. And it looks like here at one point, Nvidia was up almost 4%. You heard that right, guys, almost 4%. So Nvidia, just like that, just after we hit $128 per share, was that yesterday? 2 days ago, just like that, we're pushing for all-time highs, and we went over $140 per share. So you guys remember when ASML reported their earnings and that stock tanked 16%, that brought down a lot of stocks in the space, including Nvidia. It got down to $128, but it rebounded yesterday and today again, thanks to TSMC, which we'll talk about here. So the moral of the story is, guys, don't freak out, don't panic sell, or, do anything irrational here. When another company reports earnings that send stocks down, right, in that industry, don't freak out, especially if it's a strong company like Nvidia. It most likely will bounce back, and that's exactly what we're getting right now. You guys can see on the 1 hour chart here, we pulled down after the ASML earnings, and look, buyers came in right at the 180 SMA. This thing popped, and today, with the move to almost all-time highs, we took out the highs from Monday, it looks like. Yeah, Monday we hit 139, 140. We broke out of there. So the uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, is maintaining here on the hourly chart. You can't complain, man. This looks really good. So before we dive deeper into Nvidia, let me show you guys Taiwan Semiconductor. This stock went up 10% on the day, and that's including a $7 drop from the high. We hit 212 in the morning. We closed at 205, so at one point we were up well over 9%, which is what we closed up, which is still very good, obviously. But at one point we were up 13.5%. So Taiwan Semiconductor obviously is in Taiwan, so they're not dealing with US dollars. So let me see. I believe they did, or maybe it's actually translated here to US dollars, because I looked and they did like 300 billion new Taiwan dollars of revenue, which that beat, I believe. But here it's actually translated to US dollars, which makes it better for us, right, guys? Makes it easier to understand. But look, GAAP EPS $1.94, that beat the $1.77 expected, and sales also beat. Like I said, $23.5 billion. So that's the translation, or I don't know why I keep saying translation. Conversion, right? So about 300 billion new Taiwan dollars, all right? 23.5 billion US dollars, which beat the 23.09 billion expected. So great. Double beat out of TSM. Looks like they expect Q4 revenue of $26.1 to $26.9 billion versus $24.86 billion. So not only did they double beat, but their guidance for revenue is above the estimate. That's awesome. Gross margin they projected at 57 to 59%, and operating margin of 46.5 to 48.5%. So very good. Very good numbers out of TSM. Stocks up. They beat EPS, beat revenue, beat on revenue guidance for the next quarter. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that this thing is moving now over $200 per share. And you guys can actually see we had this drawn out, and I talked about this before. Look, the ascending triangle. That ended up playing out beautifully here. Now we're fully breaking out. And who knows where this stock is going to go, guys. I think we are at all-time highs. So fresh all-time high today. Man, this is looking really good on the charts. And again, it's the main reason why Nvidia stock and others moved today, in the right direction, which in this case is up, baby. We're not short sellers here, guys. We're long stocks. We want to see them go up, right? So Nvidia, as of now, is right near that 141 high from a couple months ago, which ultimately, guys, I think we're going to break. I think it's only a matter of days now. It's only a matter of time before we get out of here. And this kind of looks like the setup we just had on TSM, right? Ascending triangle. TSM just broke out because they reported earnings. Now, what's the market waiting for on Nvidia? Maybe another catalyst. Maybe earnings. Heck, maybe we just need a couple more days of trading and no catalyst for us to get out of here. But ultimately, I do see us going to all-time highs. Maybe even tomorrow, man. Who the heck knows? I see it coming. So I'm going to set my alert at 141.50. Mark is at or above. And, well, we'll see exactly what Nvidia ends up doing here. Either way, I'm long. I own the stock. If it breaks out, that's awesome. I make money on paper. Beautiful. If it sells off, guess what? I get to add more to my position if I want to, right? So it's great whether it breaks out, whether it goes down. Either way right now for me, not for every stock, but for Nvidia, I like it. Either way, if it breaks out, if it sells off, because again, I get to buy more, or I'm making money on paper. It's a beautiful thing, right? So Nvidia went up. Obviously, TSM went up. Other players in the space, AMD was up a little bit in the morning, but like you guys saw in the charts, a lot of these sold off big time intraday. AMD in the morning was up 3%, over $160, and it closed at 156. So AMD did come down, but still pretty good reaction there to TSM's earnings. And let me see what else. ARM Holdings. This was up 1.4% on the day. It looks like it was up even more in the pre-market. Shocker, right, guys? Again, that sold off intraday like a lot of them did. Let's see other ones here. SMCI ended up shooting up to almost $51 in the pre-market. So it was up around 5%, but it actually gave back all those gains, and it went down over 2% on the day. So SMCI did take a bit of a beating. Not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. Q4, Q1, like we've talked about, these are the best quarters for semiconductors, for Nvidia, and SMH, the semiconductor ETF, over the last, I think, 13, 14 fourth quarters, it's gone up on average 9%, 9.5%, right in that ballpark in the fourth quarter. Yeah, very good, very good. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the Patreon. Shout out to everybody out there that's joined the Patreon. I'm building my private portfolio. We're buying stocks every single week and putting in fresh money building that out. I want to show you guys exactly how I'm doing that on Patreon. There's also a Discord. I post my charts and ideas throughout the week, and you guys get more access to me throughout the week on Patreon. So if you're interested, it's linked right down below in the description box and the comment section, or simply go to stocks-surfs.com/Patreon. Make sure to join that, guys. I'll see you on the inside. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.